Morning, everybody. Appreciate y'all watching. Making a little interference with this cable. This is the first guitar. See, it's already messing up. This is the first guitar. This is a really old guitar. It's the first knockoff JB player I ever got. My dad, God rest his soul, bought me this guitar. It's the first electric guitar I ever owned. I have another acoustic that's in the other room, which was the first guitar I ever owned. But I didn't have a lot of use for this one, but I wasn't going to sell it because of sentimental value. So what I did was I put a set of 11s on it and tuned it to an open chord and used it for slide. This thing is beat to absolute shit. It's beat. You know, missing the input jack's all scratched. That ill-advised period when I was playing a bunch of, punk rock power chords where I put stickers all over the damn thing. So, my apologies if it comes through and it's a little wonky because this is just, I need to get it worked on. But I've got plans for this, maybe different pickup configuration. Because, it's a knockoff, but I'm going to use it for slide and maybe put a different pickup in it or something like that. But as the title says, and I hope the connection's okay, I called customer service on it. It's just where the modem is at in the house. It's all the way at the back of the house, and I'm all the way up here at the front. So, and I'm not going to lug all my stuff back to the back room when I'm right here in my music room. So, just roll with the punches, and the main thing is just getting the knowledge there, man. If you are new to slide guitar, which the couple watchers I got right now, this is Facebook Live. If you're watching this on YouTube, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, because I'm going to upload this on YouTube later this evening. For slide guitar, and I'm going to go over this on a separate video, slide in standard. Today, we're in open tune. And this is open D. Low to high, that's D, A, D again, F sharp, A, and D. So that's a tuning for open D. Now open E, I'm going to show in a different video. The reason I don't use open E, is because I don't like tuning up and putting more tension on the neck. I don't like that. So to get open E, all I simply do is throw a capo on the second fret. And there's an open E. And all you do is you just mentally transpose it up a whole step. So just to cap that, open E is low to high E, B, E again, G sharp, B, and E. To an open chord. But let's go back to open D, because that's intonation's slightly out. So, the way it is. And if you're you're playing on a Les Paul or something with a stop tailpiece, you may want to tune everything but the G string, which in open D is an F sharp. And tune the F sharp to the chord, because this, you can pretty much tune that, but that third's going to be wonky. So you may have to, tune that to the chord. The old Paul Kossoff way of blocking off that third to make. Back in the days when you had tuning forks and tuning to a piano and stuff like that. Good way to make. And so those are the tunings. Your chord positions, if you're new to slide guitar, are your 1 is obviously open, 5th fret barred across is your 4 chord, and your 5 chord is 7 bar across. So there you have that. So it's 1, 4, 5. Right there. Your standard blues shuffles are 1, 4. 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1 in that order. That's a standard 12-bar shuffle. And what you do there is you have a different. You can use the suspended chords or the 2 chords. You know how you do the. See, I can't. You're doing the. There we go. Action's a little bit high, that's why it's sounding a little wonky. Right there. You can do that down here by simply 2nd fret A string, even though it's depending on what it is. I'm gonna use the standard pitches when calling out which string to fret. So that's 2nd fret A string, 1st fret G string, and strum all 6. That's your, and then the 5 you can play. Let me get rid of the slide for a second. The 5 you can play right here. A suspended 5 or a 2, however you use it. What you're doing there is D string 2nd fret, G string 3rd fret. There's your different inversions of your 4 and your 5. So let's get into some slide licks. A little overdriving. My apologies if the input jack's wonky, because I haven't picked this guitar up in ages. Couple of licks I like to use when using slide is that Stevie Ray Vaughan that 7 deal. Where you do it at an open tune is you fret instead of doing this, because the G string is tuned up a half step from where it normally is. You simply fret it a half step lower. So that's where your 7 would be. you're sliding into it, you can, you know, I like doing the trills. You either start a whole step from where you're resolving to, or you start a half step, depending on what you want to do. It depends on how you want to voice it. You know. So that's another cool trick. The other one is obviously the 12th fret double for the open. And when I'm playing, normally in the trio, I tuck the pick. I went over this on a previous live stream. I tuck the pick under these two fingers. So that way, because this is a Warren Haynes trick. You ghost the notes you don't want played with your thumb and your other fingers, and you pluck with these two fingers. And sometimes you can ghost with your palm and pluck with your thumb. Just don't fret too hard. So I mean, so that's how I do that kind of stuff. So obviously, your double octaves in the 12th fret, so you can play around with that. That's the one I like to do. That's Dwayne. Yeah, input jacks fucking up. Fix this right quick because it's an old guitar. I seriously haven't cracked it. I haven't cracked the R&D book on this one in a while, but it was laying around, so I figured I'd use it. So one of the licks I like to do is when you're resolving to the 5 is pluck the G right there, and then pluck the B. But watch my thumb. See, I come back down and mute it because you're muting the strings you don't want. That's how you do all that, like Johnny Winter stuff. Stuff like that. You do the same thing on the E string. You can even walk it down on the accentuating on the E string, B, and on the G, because you resolve back to the 1. Or instead of resolving, you could do, especially on the E string, you can, instead of, you just, same thumb muting trick. Right there. So when I slide on it, you don't hear it. It's a muting trick. So I see a lot of slide players, especially Derek Trucks. If you watch him, he doesn't use a pick. It's all fingers. That's how he can ghost all that stuff. Plus, he's fretting with the slide, but that's a story for another day. So that's the 7. That's the 7 again. So you can dance around 7s and 5s and another place you can go to the 5, the accentuated 5. Instead of here, it's right there. It's like that's a Bonamassa lick. So it's, you know, I've heard him. He does when he does the river in the burning hell. He opens with that thing where he's. Two ways you can use that. You can either use it sliding into the 5 chord, or you can use it accentuating the 1. So it's. So there you go. Obviously, you have to mute. Of the other strings, you don't. Obviously, I hit the A string there. But that's how you do that. And when I play live, I don't use open D. I capo up 2nd fret and use open E. So it's, you know, because like I said, I like tuning down as opposed to tuning up. So less tension on the neck. Another cool way to do is that little lick I showed you. You can also slide that up to here and use it as a resolve to the 1, to the root note. Now there's a trick. There's a trick. In order to get the 3rd, you have to slide up to here. You can't bar it because it's not an E. So your 1 is 1 fret higher, 1 fret higher on the B string. And this is out of a 16th fret on the E string, 17th fret on the B string. And to get that, you have to use, this is what I use, my middle finger, plucking and sliding up. And once I get to the note, I mute. And in one motion, I mute, slide up, and pluck the B string with my index finger. I see. Like that. So that's how you're able to make those kind of moves. And another cool thing with this is back to that 7. The 7 I mentioned. You can actually use that sliding in the rhythm. Because I still, your unison's right there. Same thumb trick. You know, stuff like that. Somewhere up here, you can even combine the one I showed you before and this one. There's another one you can do. When you're doing this, you can see if I remember how to even play it. You can do the slide into the 7. Thumb trick again. Okay, the middle finger trick I showed you. And then so still haven't mastered that trick yet. You can't do it on the 3rd. That's the bastardized way I do it. Is so it's middle finger pluck, pull, and then pluck middle, pluck index, and then pluck thumb. Same string. And then simply, but key is do it with the slide. There's another one. That's combining the first trick where you went and then you're sliding up to the 5. Right there. So instead of that's a tricky run because you're going that is 12, 13, 14, 15, 19. I'm not good at numbering frets. I look at things in scales. So it's 12, 19th fret. I think 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Slide down. Slide down to the 16th. And then grab the B at the 17th. And you can also, that's a tricky one, grabbing B string 7th, 17th. That's muting plucking and then muting as you resolve back to the 17th fret with your middle finger. Muting with the middle finger, plucking the B string 17th fret with the index. And then you can... That's how you approach that. Feel free to watch this video back as many times as you need to get the information. I'll be also using Open G to do, because the licks in open, because you got an open chord, which is like a basic open E chord, in this case open D. Open G and open A are totally different. I'll be doing a separate video about those. The licks are different because the strings are tuned. Instead of dropping your E, your E string, G, B, and another E, instead of dropping those to fit a D chord, you're lowering your A, your B, and your E, and leaving everything else, leaving the other strings in E. You lower your E string to D. I'll go over it in the other video. It's a different tuning, different chord. Still the same concept because you're still playing slide. And I'm also going to make a third video of how to play slide in standard. That's the tricky one because we're all in bands, especially myself, that play these places, and you want to do these. They want to do these medleys where one song flows into the other, and sometimes you don't have time to switch guitars or retune unless you have a detuned pedal or a whammy, and if you don't want any of that crap, you got to learn to play slide in standard. And there's lots of good ways to play in standard, and I'll go over those because those have helped me to no end. Oh, one last trick. I don't know if I can even do it. That's a tricky one. I learned that from a guy named Daniel. I believe his last name is Anderson. He played. He used to play with my buddy Matt Grady. He taught me this trick. It's where you hit the harmonic, and then you fret on the nut, and then slide onto the string and up in one motion. Can't sound like this. Can't do that. The click, the sound of the slide hitting the string. You can't do that. It's got to be seamless, and I'm still working at it. Hit a good one that time. Key is to mute all the strings. So you're just hitting that one. So harmonic 12th fret. Fret on the nut, slide onto the string without tapping it. That's any string. Any plain steel string. I found out the wound strings, because you got slides, but on the plain steel strings, you don't hear it as much, but wound strings, it's obviously there. So, I'm stoked that I'm able to do that. That's a cool trick to end one on. So there you have it. So there are your tricks for the day. I believe that's everything I wanted to cover. My prompts are off camera because I'm unprofessional. Appreciate y'all watching. Watch this video back. If you need any other tips, comment on the video. If you're on Facebook, watching this on Facebook Live, comment on the video, private message me. If you're watching this on YouTube after I upload it, comment below anything you want me to go over, any special licks or tricks or live tips, what pedal goes where, what pedal to use here, what amp to buy, all that stuff. So leave it in the comments below. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And I'm going to try to, this is my second one of the week. I'm going to try to do 2 a week. I'm also going to try to do 3 a week. And I'm going to do Tuesday, Thursdays. I might do one later tonight, depending on how the day goes. And so it just depends on how the day goes. But I'm actually going to try to do one Saturday or maybe even Sunday, depending on if something catches my mind. I write them all down as I think about them and then go over them. And be uploading some new videos. Obviously, if you follow me on YouTube, the pedal board has gotten way more expansive. Still simple, but it's way different than the video on my YouTube. So I appreciate you guys' support, and I will see you next time.